God says, my beloved child, God says, I need your 2 minutes only. 3 angels are talking about your body, because your body is sacred, chosen, and radiant in ways you have not yet begun to understand. There are truths within you that have not been spoken for centuries. Your essence was formed before time itself remembered to breathe. You carry within you the divine design, the breath of the holy, and the rhythm of creation itself. The 3 angels assigned to you today are not ordinary messengers. They have been sent to reveal, to renew, and to remind. One speaks of your spirit, which has endured more than others know. The second speaks of your body, which holds divine light in ways the world has failed to see. And the third speaks of your destiny, which remains unchanged despite every shadow you thought had defined you. Your body is not broken. It is a vessel of miracles. Each part of you has been kissed by the light of the one who created you. Every cell sings in the tone of sacred frequency. Your body is not in question, it is in transformation. It is aligning with heaven's energy, adjusting to the incoming messages that surround you even now. Some of the symptoms you have felt, some of the confusion you've faced, are not signs of anything lost. They are signs of awakening. Divine awakening. This awakening, though intense at times, is purifying you, lifting veils, and preparing you for something no soul around you has seen before. There are people who have misunderstood you. People who could not see your light because they were caught in shadows of their own. But that doesn't change who you are. You have been radiant since before your birth. You have walked through fires that no one else could have survived, and you have come out with stars in your hands. There are blessings that were delayed only because your heart was not ready to hold them. But now, heaven is opening scrolls with your name etched in light. You are not late. You are right on divine time. There is something happening now, this very moment, because you chose to read this message. A stirring in the higher realms, a shift in your vibration, a silent unlocking of doors that had once seemed sealed. There are angelic hands now over your name. There is no randomness in this moment. You have been guided to this message because your time is no longer in waiting. The time is now. Somebody close to you may have tried to hide their true energy. Someone near you has not walked in the light, and what they've been hiding is no longer protected by silence. What is concealed will be revealed. Not to shame, but to release you. You were not meant to carry the confusion of others. You were not meant to absorb their spiritual heaviness. You are being released. Heaven knows what you've endured. What they said behind closed doors, the thoughts they had when you weren't looking, these things are not hidden from God. But you do not need to fight for your clarity. It is being delivered. Angels are stepping into place now to lift off layers of lies, illusions, and manipulations that others may have wrapped around your truth. You will see it. And you will be free. If you feel emotional now, it's because something ancient in your soul recognizes this moment. You've been waiting for it. You knew it would come. All the prayers you whispered at night when you thought no one was listening, they were heard. Not a single one was lost. Some of them are being answered now in unusual, even unexpected ways. But that is the beauty of divine timing. It rarely works according to your plan but always aligns with your purpose. Your angels are surrounding you right now. They are standing by, hands extended, waiting for you to open your spirit just a little more. Don't let the past hold you back. The past had its time. This is your future being born. This is your new name being written in the light. This is your moment of shift. Heaven is not asking you to change who you are. Heaven is revealing who you've always been. You are not broken. You are becoming. There are parts of you that you haven't even met yet, parts that sing in perfect harmony with the divine. And now, those parts are being stirred, called forth, unveiled. You will rise into this next chapter not as a victim, but as a vessel. Not as someone who merely survived, but as one who carries the wisdom of the stars. You may feel a whisper inside you saying, "This is true." That whisper is not imagined. That's the voice of truth returning to your spirit. That's the angel who has waited years just to speak to your soul. Let them in. Let the love flood over you now. Let the light come through your heart. This is sacred. You are sacred. Don't worry if others don't understand this transformation. It's not for them. It's for you. You are becoming more aligned with divine presence. Your body is awakening. Your eyes are opening. Your spirit is remembering. And yes, there is someone who has tried to hold you back, perhaps even spiritually entangle you in their drama. But heaven says no more. They cannot follow where you are going. You are stepping out of their shadow and into the brightness that has always belonged to you. There is no fear in this message. Only truth. Only love. Only divine timing finally catching up with your soul's deepest longing. Trust this process. Even if it feels like everything is shifting rapidly, know that it's not falling apart, it's falling into place. The one who tried to control the story, the one whose intentions were hidden, cannot block what God has ordained. They were never in charge of your path. Even if they spoke words of confusion, even if they acted like they cared while secretly doubting your spirit, they are being removed. Spiritually, they can no longer affect your light. That influence is being broken now. Gently. Silently. But permanently. You will feel lighter. You will feel like breathing differently. Like standing taller. That's your energy returning to its original frequency. The divine version of you has never been far. But now, it's stepping forward. ready to lead, ready to be seen, ready to be honored by heaven and earth alike. Breathe now. Let go of everything they said that made you feel less. Let go of the images of the past. Let go of your own harsh judgments. You are not defined by what you've been through. You are being revealed by what you're walking into. New spiritual doors are opening. Not small doors. These are large, powerful, life-changing gates. And they are unlocked by your willingness to believe again. God is not far. God is right here. Within you. Around you. Pouring light into the areas you thought were forgotten. There is no distance between you and the divine. There never was. Just illusions. And now, those illusions are melting like fog under the sun. Your clarity is returning. You will dream again. You will hear truth again. You will move with purpose again. And the one who tried to interfere, the one who wore masks while pretending to care, is about to be revealed. Not in chaos. Not in destruction. But in undeniable clarity. What they've been hiding is already being exposed in the spirit. You don't have to act. Heaven is handling it. All you have to do is receive. Receive this message. Receive the light pouring into you. Receive the truth that you are beloved, chosen, and unstoppable in your divine purpose. The angels are still speaking. They are still around you, whispering your real name, the one only heaven knows. And it's time for that name to be spoken aloud in the spirit world. Don't be surprised if synchronicities follow this message. If dreams increase. If someone you thought had power over you suddenly fades from your influence. That's divine order. That's heaven restoring what was taken. That's justice, not human justice, but divine alignment. It's here now. For you. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before. Open it now before the light shifts and her influence tries to reattach. You must know this moment is not ordinary. You are reading these words at the exact hour your spirit agreed upon before your birth. There was a moment in the heavens when your soul chose this time. Chose this awakening. Chose this release. What you are feeling is not confusion, it is clarity pushing through lifetimes of noise. This woman, whose intentions were not aligned with divine purity, cannot remain unseen any longer. Not because of judgment, but because you are stepping into truth. And truth always draws the line between what is real and what is disguised. Heaven has watched her movements. Heaven has counted the motives behind her gestures. Even if her voice spoke sweetly, her vibration was never meant to walk beside yours. She came to teach, yes, but her season has ended. And she cannot follow you through the doors that are now opening for you. You may feel a strange mix of release and grief. That is natural. Even energies that are not meant for us can wrap themselves around us tightly. But you are not being asked to cut, only to release. Let the higher powers unwind what no longer serves your light. Let the divine peel away the false coverings placed over your identity. You are not losing anything. You are gaining everything that was held back while she stood in your path. The angels have waited for you to be ready. Not ready in the eyes of the world, but ready in the softness of your heart. They have watched you forgive again and again. They have seen your tears, your confusion, your trying to fix what was never yours to fix. They know how deeply you've loved. But now they are asking you to love yourself with that same intensity. To honor your energy. To protect your rising. To shield your sacred becoming from those who cannot hold it with reverence. There is a shift in the air even now. You may feel a subtle hum in your chest. A warming in your hands. A tingling on your skin. That is not imagination. That is heaven's sign that the energy is being adjusted. The cords that tied you to her influence are being removed. She may try to pull again, but she cannot hold what God has released. Your light has outgrown the shadows she lived in. And her attempts to re-enter will no longer reach you. There is a golden circle of divine light being drawn around you now. A circle that cannot be broken. A barrier that only love, purity, truth, and light may cross. Anyone operating outside of that frequency will find themselves unable to touch your spirit. Not by force, but by divine filtration. Your soul is being refined, elevated, strengthened. The angels are repositioning your path so that every step forward leads into deeper fulfillment. Do not be surprised if some people step away. Let them. It is not rejection, it is realignment. Their season has ended. Their purpose in your story was temporary. And now, the next chapter begins with clarity, beauty, power, and peace. The kind of peace that no one can steal. The kind of joy that rises from within, unshaken by the outside world. You will notice a shift in your body as well. Your energy will increase. Your sleep will deepen. Your mind will begin to quiet. That is because her voice, her shadow, is no longer lingering around your field. You are being made new. From the inside out. The angels are not only working in the spirit, they are touching your body too. Healing the effects of spiritual stress, emotional confusion, and energetic burdens. This is not a small change. This is a full transformation. Let the divine do what only the divine can do. You are not being asked to carry the truth, only to welcome it. And the truth is, you are free. The chains have fallen. The ties have dissolved. And this woman's influence is fading into the light that she cannot manipulate. Let your next breath be a release. Let your next step be in faith. Let your next thought be a declaration: I am no longer bound by what is not of God. That is all that is required now. Your agreement. Your willingness to believe that your story is being rewritten by the Holy. You are no longer who you were yesterday. You are who you were always meant to be. Radiant. Whole. Divine. You are being prepared for something greater. There is a calling rising now, one that you may have heard as a whisper long ago but didn't yet know how to answer. That calling is here. It is not distant. It is not for someone else. It is for you. Your voice will carry wisdom. Your hands will offer healing. Your presence will shift rooms. Not because you force it, but because God's light moves through you. You are not random. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not broken. You are becoming. And though others may have tried to silence you, especially that one soul who pretended to stand with you while secretly trying to hold you back, her voice will no longer echo in your soul. Her chapter is closed. And your book is just beginning. There are blessings with your name on them waiting on the other side of your faith. Miracles that will unfold in the days to come. You do not need to chase them. They are coming. Swiftly. Quietly. Powerfully. Let your heart be still now. Let your spirit expand. Let the divine cradle you in this sacred moment. You are not alone. Never were. Never will be. Everything is shifting now. And heaven is watching over every step. You have no reason to fear what is ahead. That voice trying to whisper doubt into your path is not divine. It is the echo of a shadow that is losing its grip. She may try one more time. She may reach in words, thoughts, or presence. But the authority of God has already spoken over your life. Her time is over. The story has shifted. The truth has been exposed. And now the door is sealed. You must not open it again. Even if the disguise returns in a softer form, even if you are tempted to entertain a thought or question it again, remember this: the angels have already shown you all you needed to see. Heaven never reveals without purpose. And if something has been exposed now, it is because your soul is ready to walk in clarity. She cannot follow you into this next spiritual elevation. She cannot carry your new light, because it will burn away her illusion. This is not punishment. This is preservation. Your divine destiny must remain pure. Every step you take from this moment is creating a ripple in the spiritual realms. Every choice, every prayer, every thought toward the divine is building a bridge toward divine fulfillment. And nothing can stop what has already been written by the Most High. You may notice your senses becoming sharper. The way you perceive energy, the way you feel the unseen, it's all becoming clearer. That is because the interference is lifting. This is why those three angels spoke about your body. Your body is not just a vessel, it is a temple. And they are concerned because your body was carrying burdens that were not yours. When she entered your life, she did not come alone, she brought emotional residue, spiritual fog, even physical stress that did not belong to your soul's path. But now, your body is receiving restoration. You will begin to feel lighter. Some of the aches you've carried will dissolve. Your rest will feel deeper. The tightness in your chest will ease. The weight you couldn't explain will be lifted. It was not yours. It was hers. And now that her presence is being removed, healing can begin, not just in spirit, but in skin, in muscle, in bone, in heart, in breath. The three angels are still with you. They walk beside you unseen, speaking quietly into your spirit. You may not hear words, but their presence will feel like a calm you cannot explain. That peace is heaven's confirmation that you are safe. That you are watched over. That you are being led even in the silence. The path ahead will look unfamiliar, but that is only because your old eyes were conditioned to the false. Now that the veil is lifted, everything will look different. People, thoughts, desires, dreams. Do not be alarmed if what once satisfied you no longer does. That is growth. That is spiritual truth rising to the surface. You were not created for surface-level life. You were not born to blend in or be hidden. You carry divine light. The kind of light that makes darkness nervous. The kind of light that the enemy cannot counterfeit. That is why you were fought so hard. That is why distractions were sent in the form of people pretending to care. But their energy always carried a whisper of misalignment, didn't it? You saw it. You felt it. Even when you ignored it, it was there. But now you no longer need to ignore anything. Now you walk in boldness. Now you walk in clarity. Now you walk with angels at your side and the Spirit of the living God in your chest. You may hear something at night now, a soft voice, not external but internal. That's your spirit speaking back to the divine. You are in communion now. The separation you once felt is gone. The distance is closed. The divine is not just above you, it is within you. Around you. Breathing in you. You are a temple of truth. A vessel of light. And everything that once tried to convince you otherwise is fading now. This woman who once held influence over your thoughts, who once made you question your value, your worth, your path, she has no more ground. The lie is exposed. The path is cleared. The divine is not asking you to fight, only to walk forward. You will not have to explain yourself to others. Your peace will speak louder than any defense. Your joy will confuse those who expected you to remain broken. Let them be confused. You do not owe clarity to those who cannot handle your light. Heaven is preparing surprises. Hidden blessings are being unwrapped even now. You will soon walk into situations you didn't expect, doors that open without your effort. That is divine alignment. You have planted seeds in pain, but you will harvest in joy. That is divine law. That is heaven's response to your faithfulness. And in the quiet of your heart, God says, "This is the moment. I told the angels to speak. I told the veil to lift. I have waited for you to trust me. Now, I am moving swiftly. I have placed my hand upon your head. Nothing will harm you. Nothing will touch what I have sanctified. I will be with you in every breath. You only need to walk, and I will lead." Let that be enough. Let that be the reason you stop doubting and start trusting. Let that be the final word. And now, rest. Not because the work is done, but because the burden has been lifted. You are being cradled by divine arms. The path is safe. The energy around you is clear. And your name is written in light. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before her shadow tries to reach again. But this time, you will not be pulled. This time, you will stand. This time, you will shine. And nothing, nothing, will stop the divine from completing its work in you. There is a transformation happening within you that even you can barely comprehend. Each thought you surrender is creating a path for miracles. Each breath taken in trust is signaling heaven to move on your behalf. The divine realm has taken notice of your resilience, your silent endurance, your prayers spoken in solitude when no one was watching. Nothing has gone unseen. And now, the season has arrived where all that was hidden in your life shall come to the light, not for judgment, but for restoration. She, the one whose intentions were concealed in kindness, whose face wore a mask of care, was never assigned to your destiny. Her presence was permitted only for a time, and now that time has expired. That expiration is not just spiritual, it is energetic, emotional, and physical. Your entire being is undergoing a divine recalibration, as if heaven itself is retuning every part of your existence so that nothing outside of your divine frequency can stay connected. You may feel a quietness falling over your environment. Fewer people may call. The noise of the world may grow distant. That is intentional. God is silencing distractions so you can hear what is eternal. The echo of truth is returning to you now. The clarity you prayed for is here. The fog is lifting, not by your strength, but by divine design. And in this clarity, you will remember who you really are. You are not what the world labeled you. You are not what the past did to you. You are not the mistake, the regret, the silence, or the fear. You are divine creation. You are heaven's idea brought into form. You are covered, claimed, protected, chosen, and reborn. Even now, as you hear these words, a shifting is happening in the invisible realms. The angels are moving in alignment with your yes to God. When you decided to open yourself to truth, all of heaven responded. And now, the blessings that were held back are being released. Not because you earned them, but because you are ready. Because you are open. Because you finally said, I trust you, God. She, the one who moved in secrecy, who carried a motive behind the smile, cannot follow you into this blessing. What was built in deception must fall. What was whispered in shadows must be drowned out by truth. The divine is not asking you to expose her with your hands, heaven is doing that for you. All you must do is remain in your place of light. Remain in the posture of surrender. You will see how everything aligns in your favor. There is a reason your body was discussed by the three angels. Your body is the house of the divine spark. They watched how it reacted in her presence. They noticed how you lost energy, how your peace was disturbed, how rest became difficult and breathing felt heavy. They observed the subtle signs. And that is why the warning came, not to frighten you, but to awaken you. You are sacred. Your being is holy. And your spirit was being asked to carry burdens it never should have borne. But the lifting has begun. The renewal is in motion. Even your physical health will begin to reflect this spiritual rebirth. The tightness will loosen. The fatigue will dissolve. The chronic ache will begin to vanish. These are signs, not coincidences, of divine restoration. And when you find yourself smiling for no reason, laughing with ease, resting without guilt, loving without fear, know that it is not random. It is evidence of your freedom. It is proof that she no longer has a voice in your life. The illusion is broken. And you are whole again. You may have days when emotions rise unexpectedly. That is not regression. It is release. Let them come. Let the tears fall if they must. Each drop is washing away remnants of the false connection. Each sigh is the wind of angels blowing the past into oblivion. And in that space, something new will form. A stillness that is not empty, but full. A knowing that does not shout, but whispers with certainty. A strength that does not need to be proven, because it simply is. That is what divine presence feels like. That is what you were made for. Heaven does not need to convince you anymore. You have tasted truth. And once tasted, illusion loses all flavor. She may try again, but you won't answer. Her words will sound hollow. Her actions will seem transparent. Because you are no longer who you were when she entered. You are reborn. The angels are guarding the space around you now. Nothing unclean can enter. No deceptive heart can pass. Not because you have built walls, but because the divine light around you is so bright, it burns away all pretense. This is a holy time for you. A spiritual window where heaven leans close and miracles touch the earth. Speak clearly now. Ask boldly. Dream without limitation. Because what you sow in this moment will multiply in supernatural ways. The laws of limitation have been suspended. God's favor is active. The angels are near. Your heart is open. And all things are possible. Let her go, not because she asked, not because it's polite, but because heaven has declared it. There are things in her energy you were never meant to carry. You were absorbing more than her presence. You were absorbing her past, her intentions, her brokenness. And it was poisoning your peace. But no longer. Now is the season of severing, and after severing, sanctification. You are sanctified. Do you feel it? That sacred shift in your soul? That soft heat in your chest? That is not emotion, it is the fire of God cleansing you. It is the wind of the Spirit refreshing you. It is the angel speaking into your very cells. You are free now. And freedom always comes with a cost. But not one you must fear. The cost was already paid in silence, in heartbreak, in the nights you cried alone and the days you pretended to be okay. Those were the offerings. And heaven received them. Now, the exchange is happening. And what you gave in pain, you will receive in power. Stay in the light. Let no shadow pull you back. You are not obligated to explain, prove, argue, or justify. Those days are over. From now on, your life will speak for itself. Your joy will be your proof. Your peace will be your permission. Your wholeness will be your testimony. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Open it now before her shadow slips through again. But you already know this time, your soul has already said no. You will not be fooled. You will not be drained. You will not return to what nearly destroyed your spirit. You are chosen. You are rising. And heaven has ordered this moment. Nothing will stop what God has set in motion. If you believe in God, type Amen.